Hello everyone, welcome here today. I want to talk to you guys all about laziness. Now, this isn't your normal laziness video, your normal people talking about, oh, laziness is such a problem, and quit procrastinating, and quit doing this. No. Today, I want to talk to you about why being lazy is actually good for you, and good for humanity overall. Because I think laziness has gotten too much of a bad break. So first off, I don't think that naturally anybody is just plain lazy. Like their mind is just like, I feel like I'm just gonna lay here all day, not a care in the world, and I'm just gonna do that. I think a lot of people end up doing that because they feel guilty, while they're doing that. Like they say, oh, I should be working on my term paper, I should be working on my novel, I should be, cleaning up my house, I gotta clean up my room, I should be doing this, but they feel guilty about it, so that causes them to just lay down. As we know from my guilt video, guilt is just a worthless emotion. Don't fall for that trap, that's just stupid. So no, guilt and shame I think often get people into a position where people would think they're lazy. But at its root, laziness is actually not the avoidance of things, but it's the valuation of your time, is how I'd say it. So when you're not feeling guilty about it, when you're not feeling like, oh, I should be doing this, but I'm trying to avoid it. What laziness is people trying to enjoy their lives. Like, I just want to sit back on this couch here and relax and, watch TV, play a video game, whatever. And people feel guilty about that too, about oh, I shouldn't do that, I should be doing this other thing. Because our society really reinforces over and over and over again, don't be lazy, don't be a lazy bum, all that kind of stuff. Just over and over, that repetition is crazy. And I think that really turns a lot more people into what they're told not to be. There's an interesting bit of psychology kind of on how punishment can actually get people to do what you don't want them to. Like if you punish somebody for a behavior, they'll repeat it more in some cases. But anyway, we won't get into the complications of that psychology in this video. Now, let's just get into laziness. How's it useful? So I got a little story for you here, and it's just kind of a off the top of my head kind of story we can just work with. So once upon a time, there are these guys hauling wood, okay? Chopping down trees, lumberjacks there, and they're just hauling this wood. They're carrying it to where they want to go. There's this other guy who's just sitting back and watching them go by. And these guys are like, hey, stop being so lazy, you idiot. Why are you not hauling wood with the rest of us? So they tell him, this guy, who's just sitting there, that he has to haul wood with them. So he has to go chop down these trees and haul the wood. And he thinks to himself, I don't want to have to do all that work. I just want to get the wood where it needs to go, and I don't want to have to do this process of carrying it. I'm fine with chopping down the trees, but carrying the trees just takes so much effort. But he notices there's a river right next to him as these guys are carrying this stuff. And he's like, well, the river's flowing exactly where I want the logs to go. So why don't I just chop down the trees, put them in the river here, and away they go. The river can carry it for me. The same is gone for the wheel. Why do I need to do this when I can just have this thing roll to where I want it to go? You could roll the logs there, or you could put them in the river in this case. Other stories that just continue to go like this over and over again. Because humanity is not exactly the best at just over nature. We don't have the sharpest teeth, the best fur. But we're like, why do you need to have the fur of this bear when you could, I don't have to grow that fur myself. I could just kill the bear and take its fur. And then I have a nice fur coat. It can keep us warm. And this kind of ingenuity of being lazy, just saying, I don't want to have to do this complicated thing, I'm just going to be lazy about it, has really served humanity well time and time again. And I think that's the main point here. Laziness is actually good. So when you're avoiding stuff, that's not true laziness. That's a side effect of guilt, procrastination, which I'll do another video on. But in this one, I just want to say true laziness is the valuation of your time. It's you wanting to relax and to not have to do something that sounds overly complicated. So don't shirk your work or try to avoid things, but do it with a side of laziness. This is also helpful when it comes to starting things. You can't really start things really fast. So somebody who wants to exercise thinks, oh, I have to start exercising, I'm going to start by exercising 3 hours a day out of not like doing any exercise. I'm going to do that 7 days a week and I'm going to get my dream body. And the person starts like that. But within a week, they're so sick of exercise and their body's so tired that they don't want to exercise like ever again. So they go weeks without ever doing it and they feel bad about it. Versus if they'd started slowly, if they just started like, okay, I'm going to exercise 10 minutes and 10 minutes and 10 minutes, I'm only going to do it 5 days a week instead of 7, then they start to build it in as a habit. Our habits really allow us to accelerate and to excel overall. So that's my basic idea on laziness here. Laziness is useful because it allows us to tap into our creativity so we can avoid our tasks in that way. Not really avoid, but find other ways around it, such as agriculture. Agriculture, we don't have to be good at foraging, so the hardworking person might just go and forage all day, versus with agriculture, we can just grow the stuff right where we want it and have it, and there we go. Laziness has truly been a useful characteristic of humanity. And when it's not out of guilt or shame, then it's not really what we consider laziness overall, I'd say. It's just valuing your time and really wanting to do something more productive and useful with it, something that you really want to do. So that's what I have to say on laziness. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I think it's a pretty interesting topic, but yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time with the next video. See ya.